What's up, everybody? So today I'm coming to you with a random thought: the high cost of convenience. We're going to take a look at a few areas of the human experience and how they have been negatively impacted by our desire for added convenience. Grab yourself a beverage, sit back, relax. This will be short and sweet, and I'll be right back with you. The high cost of convenience became apparent to me as I started doing a bit of self-evaluation. What I noticed was, even though I considered myself to be a healthy eater, I was still eating a convenience-based diet. And so as I went through and started looking more closely and more critically at how I was spending my money, I found that I was actually doing myself a disservice because I just wanted quick and easy. It's easy to be critical when you see, especially when you're in the store, you're like, oh, look at all that junk food and all that garbage, and then you don't realize that what's in your own cart is only that much better than what they have in theirs. One of the things that I have been able to pretty much eliminate, which is difficult for many people, is going to fast food restaurants. As an adult, I lived at them, and if you look at my older videos, you'll see the result of that, because it was convenient. And even when I got to the point where I realized that it wasn't doing my health any favors, the convenience of it usually won. So even if I wasn't going through the drive-through window, I was buying something and coming back home and just throwing it in the oven. Probably could have saved myself some time just going through the drive-through. Nutritionally, no better, because it was convenient. One of the things I found was an article from the New York Times, and this is just the first area, which is our health. The article is called Bigger, Saltier, and Heavier. And it's referencing a journal that was put out by the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. This is what they found. So their study started from going back to data from 1960, and it was comparing 1960 to 2016. U.S. obesity in 1960 was 13%. In 2016, it was 40%. And the study went to fast food restaurants and started with their menu and said, what kind of change do we see on their menu? That study started in 1986, and from 1986 to 2016, the average fast food meal had an increase of 90 calories. Calorie count went up. Added sodium was up to 41.6% of your US RDI, up from 27.8. That is per value meal. The desserts themselves, on average, went up 186 calories. This is across the board. This is taking all the major fast food places and running a statistical average, and this is what they averaged across the board. Another item that they noticed was that the weight of the items had increased by 1.25 ounces, by an average of 39 grams. You're thinking, wow, 1.25 ounces is not that much weight. The patty on the largest burger out there is 1/4 pound before it's cooked. You added another ounce onto the largest piece of meat that you can buy in a lot of these fast food places. You have to realize that they have consciously done it, but they've done it as a way to, according to their statements, they've done it as a way to satisfy the desires of the customer, because they want more food. We want fattier food. Despite the increased menu that gives healthier options, we are still eating the thing that we are trained to see is what fills us up. But then we see that they're empty calories. If we look at the state of healthcare in the United States, it'll let you know. If you look at the leading causes of death, it's heart disease and then other diet-related issues that are corrected with diet. And so if you don't believe that's true, just watch The Biggest Loser. I always have people like to argue with me on that. Oh, you can't always fix that. Watch The Biggest Loser. What happens across the board? All the prescriptions that are weight-related problems, which are diabetes, heart disease, any cardiovascular issues, you get the weight off, you give the body the nutrition it needs to function correctly, and it can handle a lot of stuff, but you have to give it what it needs. Convenience-based diets do not give us that. Research this. Don't believe anything I say. Research it for yourself. Just go to the nutritional facts. Just go to the nutritional facts, and it will tell you what it is that you're eating. And you're going to find out very quickly that you're eating a lot of calories that have no food value because it's convenient. Moving on, another thing that it has negatively impacted, this idea, the quick fix. Well, I want it now. No concept of delayed gratification, no concept of working for it, of earning it. I deserve it because I exist. That mindset leads us down paths that are not going to take us where we want to go. They're going to seem like a great idea at first, but then the end result of it, you're going to see how negatively that turns out. And all you have to do, again, we are in near mid-April of 2022. If you follow the media at all, you can see toxic relationships and where they lead to, because they're convenient. Out of convenience, you don't evaluate a person's known history. Out of convenience. Why? Because it's more fun. This is going to be fun. It's easier this way. I don't want to deprive myself. And that's again, it's the convenience mindset, but you're not weighing the consequences of the decision. Wow. Look at this train wreck. I think I want to hook my cart onto that. In the moment, seemed like a good idea. Going after a new relationship because it's easier than fixing the one that I'm in. I don't want to have any personal discipline. I don't want to have to be focused on just one person or be true to the words that are coming out of my mouth. What do I want is I want to do what I want whenever I want because that's what's convenient, and it leads to destruction in relationships. It leads to the instability of our society in general. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers of teen suicide, depression rates, feeling of loneliness and isolation. It is pervasive in our society because instead of actually going out and fostering true relationships, we go out and make fake ones. And we live in a virtual world because that's convenient. But it doesn't work. And what that leads me to is the last part. It's costing us our humanity. It's costing us our ability to look at another person and put ourselves in their shoes. We don't have the ability to empathize with another person because it costs us something. It's convenient to allow your emotions to drive your actions. That's the convenient thing to do. The difficult thing to do, you're still going to have those emotions, but you get hold of yourself and you do the hard thing and you use your mind and you think before you act. And then you go and you do something that's actually going to give you the result that you're looking for. This is about who we are as human beings and us interacting with each other. We don't have the ability to care until we are able to consider the other person. We have to be able to put ourselves in other people's shoes. Allowing our emotions to dictate our actions are not going to give a profitable result because they're actions based on emotion, not logic and reason. You're not seeing the end result of your action. You are just trying to satisfy the childish, baser need that we all have. We all have our whole life. I'm 53 years old. I still have it. Okay? I still wrestle with the desire to, we can't do that. Would that be convenient? It'd be convenient for me because I would have it off my chest. It would not be a thought in my head again. But see, that's not how we have to function. We have to get past what is easiest for me and focus on what is the best for all of us. For all of us. It has to be for everyone. If it's not fair for everyone, then it's fair for no one. So, all right, folks. Thanks for stopping in. If this is content that you guys enjoy, please like, share, and subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. Always feel free to comment anytime you see one of my videos because I love interacting. And if you ever have an idea, got a random thought of your own that you'd like to see me eviscerate, like I did this video, not really in a good way, you can leave that there too. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping in, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.